Hello, everybody. Rob Cootie here, the MLM Solution. As you know, we go live each and every day at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today's subject's going to be a good one. Podcast number 148, monitoring your back office. Monitoring your back office. Guys, your back office will tell you a story. If you know what to look for, it will help you keep your business healthy, moving forward, growing and expanding. But you have to know how to monitor that back office, what to look for, and read what it's telling you. We're going to take a deep dive into that subject matter today. Podcast number 148, as I said, it is, in fact, monitoring your back office. Your back office is going to be a great ally in the business building process. All right, with that being said, as you know, we always ask that you help us out, get the word out about what we're doing, the information we bring to the industry itself. If you will, please use hashtag the MLM Solution, hashtag the MLM Solution. Use that hashtag to share our podcast and our social media platforms with our fellow network marketers all across the globe. They have a right to know this information, to be exposed to it as well, so they can utilize it to do something special in this wonderful business model. And if you go to our website, our new updated, very short, to the point, concise, easy to navigate, and most importantly, informative website, all you have to do is go to themlmsolution.net, themlmsolution.net. You can share our products, our information, and everything else there as well. And in case you don't know, when you go to our website, you can, in fact, click podcast replay and get the latest replay along with the free gifts that are available on that particular episode. With that being said, I'm going to hop off here. We'll be going live here very shortly. Maria is not here again today. She will be back very shortly, but it'll just be me, good old me. All right, guys, I look forward to it. See you.
Welcome to the MLM Solution Podcast Show, where you'll learn the facts and hear the truth about the network marketing industry. Here's your host, Rob Cootie.
Hello, everybody. Hello. This is Rob Cootie. And today is Wednesday, March 17th. Man, can you believe almost half the month gone already? It's hard to believe. It's like it just turned March 1st. Wow. Anyway, it's 11:02 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're live as always. We go live each and every day, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We talk all things network marketing, as you know, and that is what we're doing again today. We're going to be talking about a great subject. And if you look at the ticker, for all you on the podcast, the ticker showing podcast number 148. Yes, in fact, number 148. 150 is right around the corner. Monitoring your back office is today's subject matter. Tomorrow's topic is going to be motivating your successful people. Motivating your successful people. There's a right way and a wrong way to motivate successful people. And you definitely do not want to piss them off and push them away or to put them in a position where they have to make a tough decision whether to stay with your business or leave your business. You do not want to do that. We're going to talk about how you can avoid those things tomorrow so that you can keep your top performers, right? That's what you want. You want stability in your business. You want to keep your top performers. We'll cover that tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please be with us. As always, we ask that you join us at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you will, utilize hashtag the MLM Solution, hashtag the MLM Solution to share with our fellow network marketers across the globe. We appreciate it in advance when you do. Also, as you can tell, we have our podcast replay page. If you go to their website, themlmsolution.net, at the top of the page, you will notice a podcast replay. If you miss our podcast for whatever reason, don't fret. Go to our website and you can get the free gift that's available for that particular episode right now. It's still the numbers game. MLM, it's a numbers game. Okay, that's a very important document. It's free. Build your own reference library that'll be at your fingertips 24/7. So you're never uninformed when it comes to this wonderful business model. If you run up on problems, guess what? You want to have access to a reference library, right? And that also brings us to what's coming soon. Become a beta tester. We will not be able to take every person that registers. Once again, at the top of the website, you will notice a link, a purple link that says coming soon. Click on that link. It'll take you to the lead generation system beta testing form. Guys, that is a form that is not going to sell anything to you. When you fill out that form, you're actually put on the beta testing wish list, if you will, because we're not going to use every person on that list. Okay, here's the bottom line. You're going to get this free ebook, I Need Leads Now ebook, talking about all things leads. Okay, the leads are the lifeline of this industry, really any sales industry, and you've got to have them. And more importantly, you want high quality leads. Okay, and guess what? When you fill out the form, not only are you going to get this free ebook, but you're also going to get on the wish list, beta testing wish list, I guess the best way to put it. All right, with that being said, today is an important topic. Today is a topic that you definitely do not want to miss. Look, everybody has a back office when you join a new network marketing company, right? Everybody it can be overwhelming. Everybody logs in and everybody can't read what that back office is telling them, right? Especially if you're new. All right, if you're just starting out, nobody in their right mind would expect you to know what that back office is saying, correct? Well, guess what? Here's the situation. You're going to learn today what the back office is going to tell you as your business takes off and grows towards the goals that you have set for yourself in this business. Okay. And the thing is that we have a situation where many people, even the veterans, don't know what that back office is telling them. Man, how sad. I mean, there's some critically important information in that back office, and for them not to understand what it's telling you is really a sad situation, and really one that can hurt a business, especially if it's in the growth phase. It can really hurt that business. So with that being said, you don't want to be a part of that. You want to know what that back office is telling you. You want to log in and not only look at all the pretty colors, pretty layout that the company has put together for you, but you want to know what those numbers mean. You want to know what all the statistics and analytics that they bring to the table with those back offices nowadays are telling you, right? Well, some of the most important things that you're going to want to look at, obviously, and we're going to highlight some of those now. And if you look on the screen, for all of you on the podcast, I brought up a screen that says back office will show you what? Problem areas. Okay, that's one of the most important things. You say, well, Rob, that's pretty common sense. I mean, I get that. I didn't need you to tell me that. I agree. But what problem areas do you look at? That's the issue. Okay, anybody can see something that's obvious. But what if that was to tell you that if you have little to no pin rank advancement in your own business overall, what does that tell you? That tells you that your leaders, if you have any, are lacking direction, motivation, and a system, okay? And more times than not, it's a system. More times than not, it's a lack of support, a lack of direction if you do have a system. And, you know, having a system, I can make a generic term. You need to have a business building system. Well, guess what? Common sense tells you, yeah, Rob, you got to have a business building system. Everybody, even newbies, kind of know that, right? But here's the thing. You need to have a proven, effective, and efficient business building system that's producing consistent results, okay? And if you know that you have that, then when you log in your back office and you see problem areas like a lack of pin rank advancement, either in your overall business or in certain areas of your business, well, guess what? You know that you need to address that. And knowing that you have a proven, effective, and efficient business building system that produces results will help you to hone in on why you're having that problem. Now, on the screen, guys, I have a downline. I have a leader and a downline. It's a graphic for all you on the podcast. Guys, here's the thing. If I log in, and you got to realize that I'm Rob, I'm right there with the the very first person. And then the three red people underneath of me are the people that I personally sponsored, right? And then you have a row of brown people, and then you have a row of white people, okay? And these graphics demonstrate different levels in my organization, correct? Well, if I look at one of those organizations or businesses in my organization, and I notice that there's no pin rank advancement or just one or two, and this person has been in for 3 months, then I know that something's up. Because if they're using the system that I teach them, the business building system, which is what? The 5 simple steps to networking success in 90 days or less. Now, knowing that they have the ability with this business building system to do something very significant in 90 days or less, I know that if they're using that system, the 5 simple steps business building system, that they should have more pin rank advancement going on in their business, right? So the thing is that you have to realize when I go log in my back office and I see that, my first reaction is, hey, I need to get with a person. I need to see if everything's okay. Because guys, what I want to do is I don't want to accuse them of anything. You know what I want to do? I want to be able to take that person and talk to them and say, hey, is everything all right? You know, is there something going on? Is there some personal issues going on here? And the thing is that you want to make sure that you have their best interests at heart and that you're focused on what it is that may be troubling them. Okay. And here's what I'm saying. I contact this person and I say, hey, this is Rob. I noticed that you were really doing well in the beginning, but I noticed that things have really slowed down. I see there's very little pin rank advancement going on. Is everything okay? Is there some confusion over the business building system or the steps you need to take? I'm not going to immediately go in. Are you okay? Is your health okay? Are you going through a personal tough time? I'm not going to do that. What am I going to do? I'm going to let them know, look, I'm here for you. Don't be ashamed. Don't be afraid of doing these things. I'm here for you. Tell me what I can do to help you out. Okay. And I want to have their best interest at heart. If you're being sincere, it'll come across in your words and your actions. They'll pick up on that and they will open up and say, well, Rob, here's what's going on. Okay. If it's business related, you can help them correct that. If it's something personal, then all you can do is offer support. Okay. You never counsel with a person that's going through personal issues. Okay. That can get you in big trouble. Obviously, if you care about people, you're going to voice your concern and let them know that you'll be praying for them, that you'll do what you can. And it's not that you're coming across cold or anything else, but guys, you have a growing organization here, a growing business. And the one person that's having a personal challenge is very important. Nobody wants to demean the value of another human being. But what we're saying here is that we have to say, okay, I'm here for you. If you need a contact for a certain kind of doctor, maybe I have that. I can help you with that. If you need direction in a dietitian, maybe I have somebody who can help you with that. That kind of help you can offer. Okay. And if you want to organize a fundraiser to help them with expenses, that's up to you, but you can do that. But what you can't do is give out professional or personal advice. Okay. Now I'm not going to tell you what to do. It's your business, it's your life. But I'm going to tell you that's going to come back and bite you in the butt, because if they do what you tell them to do and it backfires, then you're going to hear about it, and it's going to cause real issues between you and that individual. Okay. But you can show your human side, your passion side, by offering them, hey, I have a lot of contacts in the medical field. If you need access to that information, I can provide those contacts in specialties that you need. I'll be more than happy to do that. Hey, maybe we ought to do a fundraiser. If you're willing, I'll set up a fundraiser and we'll see if we can't raise money to help you with your expenses, whatever the case may be, right? Okay, so we address the personal issues, right? Because we all want to be passionate human beings and support people as much as possible when they're going through rough times, all right? But you can't let that detract you from what you have going on. And what is that? You're going to realize you have a growing business, and the other people in that business are not aware of the issue that this one individual is going through, and rightfully so. And they should not be given access to that information, because you never know when that could backfire. If you were to share that information with your organization, outside of that person's approval, that there could be legal issues and certainly some personal issues going on with you sharing that information. So don't do it. HIPAA says that there's a right for that person to have privacy, et cetera, et cetera. All right, so enough of that. We've harped on that, but I wanted to bring it up because if you ever run into that, I want you to know how to handle that correctly, right? Because that is an issue that you can see by going into your back office. What did we do? We logged into our back office. We saw a problem area, a lack of pin rank advancement, a lack of growth in somebody that started out strong when they joined the business, when they joined your organization, and all of a sudden they just tailed off. And you saw that. You contact them, say, hey, is everything okay? That conversation morphed into the examples we just gave. Okay, and we know how to handle that. But look, there's other problem areas. You could see a business that took off like gangbusters, and for the first 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, really just went gangbusters, and all of a sudden, boom, they fell off the face of the earth. There's no pin rank advancement. Some of their downline is contacting Rob. We haven't heard from Sally anymore. We don't know what's going on. She just literally disappeared off of the face of the earth. What do we do? Okay. And you could see where that activity would literally stop. Now, you don't have to wait for their downline to contact you to see there's a problem. If you're logging in and Sally's going crazy, and then one day in the middle of the week, everything stops. I mean, Wednesday rolls around and Sally is doing okay. There's some volume creation on that Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and on. All of a sudden, there's nothing. No pin rank advancement, no volume, no personal volume from Sally, because you can see where kind of personal volume they're creating in most new back offices. You can see how much group volume her group or organization, whatever you want to call it, is creating. And all of a sudden, all of that stops. I mean, just bam. Okay. Sally's no longer, her personal PV has gone from 110 down to 0. Okay. And there's no activity whatsoever. You got a problem area, right? And once again, you're going to what? Contact Sally and say, hey, this is Rob. I noticed that things just dropped off the cliff. I hope you're all right. I'm not calling about the business. I'm calling because I'm concerned about what I'm seeing. And that is you totally disappearing. Are you okay? The number one issue that motivated me to make this call to check on you is my personal concern for you as an individual. Are you all right? Okay. It's just that the back office showed this immediate drop off in volume. Okay. Once again, another problem area that can help you what? Number one, address people person to person and being a compassionate person, because their safety, their health is paramount. And it rises above the business, right? And so when people, you say, well, Rob, what's that got to do with business? I really hate mixing these two together, because there's no real right answer here other than being a compassionate human being. And that's the way I am. That's the reason why I'm addressing these issues, to show you how I've handled these things in the past. My people came up first and foremost over the business. All right. And if I saw something going on, I would contact them out of concern personally for them, for their safety, because you never know what could happen. They could be in a car accident. There could be a real health issue. There could be another life event that could cause a real problem. And you got to be concerned for people like that. You got to say, oh my gosh, what is going on here? If Sally's okay and she says, no, Rob, we just had to go to Europe for 2 weeks. And I just had to stop everything right then. And it was an emergency situation. We have family in Europe, and we just had to go over there real quick. And sorry, I didn't have a chance to contact Sally. That's okay. You don't have to explain to me. As long as you're all right, that's all that matters. I just noticed that everything dropped off. And when something like that happens, that's a pretty drastic drop. I just wanted to make sure you're okay. Now that I know you're all right, I'm going to get off of here. Unless you have any questions, I'm going to get off of here, and because I'm comfortable now knowing that you're okay. Okay, because people are more important in this business, and I knew that was not like you to just disappear. Okay, so there again, you can see a situation, and there again, I show you these little examples. I go into a little detail because I want you to know how to handle these things when they come up. All right, but the back office will show you problem areas. As you can see, I could give you another example of problem areas And there's no sense in doing that. You get the gist of it, right? But there's more to the problem areas than just the personal issues, right? If you got to realize, if there's not consistent pin rank advancement taking place, then guess what? That business is struggling for some reason. They're either not using the business building system correctly, or they're using another business building system, okay? Or the leader is giving a half-hearted effort, and the people in their downline they don't know what to do, and they're not doing it consistently, and they don't understand the importance of it. Okay, so there, as you can see, there's a lot of issues there, and the only way to find out is to contact the person that you sponsored and say, hey, this is Rob. I see that you're having some sporadic growth here, and I just wanted to touch base with you. Is there a problem? Is there a misunderstanding with the system? Or, is there something that I can help you with? And you always want to make sure that you let the people know when you start off your conversation with them that you're concerned about them. Because if you show concern for them, the business will follow. Okay? You got to care about the people first and let them know that you're concerned about their health, their business health, their personal health, their personal safety, things of that nature. If you do that, people will follow a compassionate human being that's more concerned about their well-being than about the business. Okay? So always, always, always put the person above the business when you make the contact with them. Okay. If you're not good with that, you need to practice it before you make that call or a contact, or write an email and read that email multiple times to make sure that it has the people first presentation to it, so that that person knows that you're concerned about them. When you do that, guys, once you log in the back office and you learn to look for pin rank advancement, volume creation, and it's got to be consistent pin rank. It's got to be consistent volume creation. You got to look for the other thing, which is consistent sponsoring of new people. As you know, new people are the lifeblood of any network marketing business, really any sales business, okay? So you have to have new people joining a business, or there's no growth, there's no excitement, there's no synergy, there's no speed and urgency that's being created. There's nothing. There's no momentum, nothing, okay? New people being brought in excites everybody. And you should broadcast that to your whole organization. Hey, guess what? Sally signed up 5 people in 2 days. And here are profiles of the 5 people with their approval, of course. And you can put it on your website. You can put it on an organizational site, whatever the case may be. I don't know what they have out there nowadays. But the point is, guys, is that you want to make sure that you are doing what? You're promoting the success of someone that is moving forward quickly. Why? Because that excites everybody. Okay. And people say, man, I got to get my butt in gear. Sally's turning this thing up, man. She signed up 5 people. I wonder how she did that. Let me call her and find out. Okay. And so that is what you want happening. There's a synergy taking place. There's an excitement. There's a momentum being created. All of these intangibles are things that you, Rob Cootie, cannot create on his own. It is a team effort thing. It's an activity thing. It's a results thing. That is why you need to monitor your back office for problem areas when you're building the business, right? Okay, so let's look at another thing. All right, the back office will also show you growing areas. We just talked about that. What are the areas you want to look for when you log into your back office? Things that are positive in nature, right? Well, here's the thing. Once again, you're going to look at your organization as a whole. Most effective and well put together back offices are going to show you the results of your whole organization, and then it'll give you the results for individual people that you personally sponsored. Okay, so some of these back offices can be a little complicated. I don't want to get into too much, but in essence, you want to break it down to the most simple analytics that you can. When you log in and look at your back office and you're trying to read what the story the back office is telling you, here's the thing. When you log in, it's easy to look at the growing areas and overlook the problem areas, because very few people want to address the problem areas. Okay, guys, you have to look at the problem areas first, because the problem areas are going to reveal weaknesses in your own organization. If you have 15 people in your organization that are struggling, guess what? That is a big problem. You know, you want to have 5, not 15. You don't want to have any. But I'm saying if you had a choice, you would take 5 instead of 15, right? 5 is manageable. 5 is something that you can work on. 5 is something that, the number's so low, you can contact 5 people, maybe in 1 day or 2 days, and say, hey, what's going on? What can I do to help you out? Okay. 15, that's a whole week worth of attempted follow-ups, what's going on and working with those people. It's a whole nother job. All right. You don't want to have that situation. So when you log in your back office, you want to look at the problem areas first. You see there on the screen. All right. Then look at the growing areas. Okay. That's the reason why we started out with the problem areas, not to be negative, but because we got to look at those, because the problem areas will reveal your weaknesses, will reveal the shortcomings of your business. And if you have a lot of shortcomings and weaknesses, you're not going to have a stable business that you can count on month after month to produce the type of income and lifestyle that you want. Okay. And your business is not going to be able to catch traction and go into the momentum exponential growth phase. All right. So with that being said, once you find the problem areas, now you want to take a look at the growing areas. Okay. And if you have a choice, you want to start out with the problem areas and end your evaluation of the back office on a positive note, meaning look at the growing areas, right? So that's what you're going to do. You're going to look at the growing areas and you're going to look at who's got a strong business and you're going to look at who's in the middle, because you're going to have big businesses that are taking place in your organization. And you're going to have middle of the road businesses, people that are in transition phase from going from newbies / part-timers into the big time. In other words, they want to go after the big pie piece of the pie. And the thing is that the middle ground is what we call the transitional phase. The person is literally leaving the part-time effort, the part-time mentality, and they're really accepting this as a full-time business, a legit business, a business where they can provide them with the income and lifestyle they want, but they got to go to the next level in order to have it. And so their faith in themselves, in the business building process, the business building system, the company, all their faith in all of that is moving forward and getting bigger and stronger. And so they're going through that transitional phase where they have both feet in totally. They're saying, this is my future. This is my job. This is my business. I need to be in here full time and working my butt off because I'm so close to accomplishing what I want. So that is, okay, somebody that you want in your business, right? And hopefully you're doing that. You're setting the example and they're going to follow your example. Even if they pass you up in volume and money and lifestyle, that's cool. You're the one. You're the reason that they went full time because they saw what you were doing and the results you were getting. But the bottom line is when you log in the back office and you want to look at your total health of your whole organization, which is your own personal evaluation of yourself. And if you can't evaluate yourself honestly and fairly, you need to have somebody you can trust to evaluate your business for you or with you, okay, in a Zoom call or whatever. Because you want to make sure that you're getting an honest evaluation of your total organization and the health of it and the problem areas. But as you leave the back office, you want to look at the positives, as we said, with the growing areas, meaning the businesses that are growing exponentially, the businesses that are showing tremendous growth, where they're bringing a lot of new people in on a regular basis. They're bringing a lot of new pin rank advancement within that business. There's a lot of volume creation in there. And in other words, there's a lot of really good telltale signs saying this is a healthy business that's going places fast. And by golly, this person's on a roll. And they may be on the verge of becoming a top 10 earner in the company. Okay, that is a good thing to leave your back office with, right? Who wouldn't have a smile on their face, even if you had 5, 6, or 7 problem areas? When you see a business like that, you're like, yes, the system's working. I'm setting the proper example. I'm teaching these people correctly. This person gets it. Man, they're rocking it. And it made that kind of positive mindset when you leave your back office. In other words, when you log out, really reinforces that you're doing the right thing. You know, you sit up straighter, you're more confident, you're proud of the results they're getting, you're proud of the results you're getting. And so it's something that reinforces everything you're doing, and it helps dealing with those 5 problem areas a lot easier. because you know that what you're teaching and what you're doing yourself is actually working. All right. So that is really powerful to leave your business, log out of your business on a positive note. Once again, if you have, whether it's a medium-sized business, even if it's a small business, in other words, somebody's doing a mixture of retail, they have customers, someone that's doing business part-time, very limited, but they're signing up 1 or 2 people a week. They're signing up customers. In other words, you see incremental volume growth. You see personal sponsoring processes on a small scale, but it's a consistent small scale. And then you have the medium-sized businesses that are doing what the small businesses do, but on a much larger scale. In other words, they're signing up 3 to 4 to 5 people a week. Okay. And they're having consistent volume growth, good size volume growth, not great, but good size. There again, you want to look for these growing areas. You want to look in the always pin rank, volume creation, new people signing up. Those are the 3 telltale signs that will give you a complete picture of the overall health and the direction of the businesses that are in your organization. Okay. So those are the things you're going to look for when you get into your back office, right? And the thing is, you want to make sure that you let those people know, hey, this is Rob. You can email them. You can leave a voicemail. You can send a text, whatever the case may be. Whatever you've worked out with these people. When you sign people up personally, for instance, if I was to sign you up today, what I would do is to say, how do you want to correspond? Do you want me to text? Do you want me to email, call you, whatever? Okay. Do you want me to call you once a week, twice a week? Okay. Once a week, what day, what time? Okay. Once you get that all set up and you see that they're really doing well and they're moving, you send them a text or whatever. Hey, this is Rob. I was just in my back office taking a quick snapshot of everything. And man, you're really doing a wonderful job. And I just wanted to tell you how proud I am of you. If you have any issues at all, please let me know. I've got something in the mail for you and your spouse. And I just want you to know that you've really impressed me. And I'm tickled to have you in my organization. And guys, if you send them a $50 gift card or a dinner card to their favorite restaurant, whatever, that goes such a long way in building a bond with those people, okay? And that's what you want to do. The people that are growing are really grateful when they get noticed, okay? And even though you texted them, which is nice, they appreciate that, the actions speak louder than the words because they know that you took the time to go out and get a gift card. They know that you took the time to know what their favorite restaurant is and you got a card for that, or you know, whatever the case may be. That goes a long way in building a bond between you two as individuals. And then the professional relationship, the business professional relationship will grow into a solid one as well. So that is what you look for in the growing areas. Those are the telltale signs. Those are things you want to leave or log out of your back office with, is the positive. Okay. All right. So with that being said, the next time we're going to talk about back office will show your business strength areas. Well, we just talked about that. If you look at the pin rank advancement, if you look at an organization that is business in your organization that's growing consistently and strongly and aggressively, guys, that is a lot of strength. And what will happen is ultimately you want to look at your overall business, because you have 3 or 4 really strong businesses and you have maybe 3 or 4 or 5 others that are coming on strong right behind them. Doesn't mean that your business is healthy. You could have 22 businesses that have problems. Okay. Your goal is not to fix all 22. Your goal is to contact 22 and say, hey, this is Rob. I see that you're having some problems. Is there anything I can do to help you out? That's all you can do. And you can only contact them basically twice. And then you just move on, because they might be part of the 97 percenters. And if you don't know what we're talking about there, go back to yesterday's Tuesday, March 16th episode, where we talk about the 97 percenters, 3 percenters, etc. It'll make a whole lot of sense. But the bottom line is you do not want to try to raise the dead. You do not want to try to turn a 5 into a 10. Okay, if you have 22 bad businesses and you follow up with them and only 7 out of those 22 get back to you, Rob, I need some help. Can you help me? Then be grateful for the 7 and don't worry about the 15 that didn't contact you. Okay, let them be what they are, whatever they are. Okay, anyway, back office will show your business strength areas. Okay, it will as an overall. And we talked about you could have 8 businesses total that are doing something and 22 that are struggling. Okay, that is your whole organization in a nutshell, right? But you want to look at the strength areas. Okay, and a lot of back offices show those in different ways. Sometimes they use the color green to show that you have a lot of strength in volume creation, or maybe they show green in the number of new people that join your organization on a regular basis through the various businesses in your organization. Whatever the case may be, they typically have a way of highlighting those strength areas, and you want to, once again, celebrate those a little bit, be knowledgeable of them, but also, more importantly, look at the problem areas, because there's always the yin and the yang. There's always the good and the bad. That's just the way life is. Don't focus on the bad. Focus on the accomplishments of the strength areas, the green. All right. All right. So the next subject matter we're going to talk about, it will, as we just said, Bhagavad is going to show your overall health. There again, if you don't trust yourself, if you don't have the knowledge and experience to look in a very neutral, unbiased way at your own business, you want to get somebody that you trust, that you know can read back offices as well as you, and have them sit back and take a look at your business. Now, what I would encourage you to do is have somebody, even if you trust yourself, every once in a while, have somebody log in. Say, here's my login information, because you can change the password after they log in. Okay, because really they're not going to see anything that you personally are worried about. Okay. So the bottom line is, if they're a good friend, you don't just get anybody, some Tom, Dick, and Harry you don't know. That's not the point. Get somebody you know, somebody that you trust, not only as an individual, that they have ethics and they're honest and they're not going to look at compromising information. Okay, not that I think there's any in the back offices anymore. But the bottom line is, guys, is that you want somebody that you know will tell you the truth. Someone that really knows what they're doing and will tell you the truth. Those are the type of people that you want to give access and strength of your own organization. And realize when I say the word organization, I'm also referring to that there's many small businesses in there. If I sponsor 60 people in 90 days, I have at least 60 organization. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. And then my 60 people sponsor people, and those people sponsor people, and those people sponsor all the way down 7 or 8 levels. Well, guess what? All of those 7 or 8 levels make up a whole organization. And that's what we want to do, is have somebody, or myself. If you do trust yourself, that's awesome. But every once in a while, you should have somebody that's outside of yourself look at your business. They may see something that you don't. It may be legit, it may not. But what does it hurt to have someone that you trust to look at your business and look at its overall health? As you get on a roll, you do not want anything slowing your business down. Once you get momentum started, I'm telling you, one of your biggest fears, and which is a legitimate fear, is that momentum slowing down. Guys, you don't want that to happen. So you want to have somebody you trust that will do an honest snapshot of your overall organization's health. And then they'll get on a phone call with you or Zoom call and say, Rob, this is what I found. This is what I thought. Here's your problem areas. Here's what I think is going on there. Here's your strengths. And you've got this going on, this going on. Overall, I would say your business is in good health. It could be better. It could be in great health. And here's the areas that I think need to be addressed to get it from good to great. Okay. That is an honest evaluation. And that's what you want to hear. And it might be something, once again, that you overlook. And you say, oh, you know what? I'm really glad, David, that you did that. That makes perfect sense. Let me sit down and give that some thought and look at what could possibly be producing those problem areas. You bring up some really good points, and I really appreciate you doing that. Okay. There again, guys, you want somebody to do that for you. If you don't trust yourself, or if you're kind of new to this business and don't understand how to read a business or a back office properly. Okay. So once again, you want to look at the business overall health. You can do that by logging in your back office. It will show you that. And once again, companies have different ways of doing that, right? Okay, so the next thing we're going to cover, the back office will show pin rank advancement. We already talked about that, but it will. As you know, we just talked about how many different businesses make up your total organization. Each one of those businesses are led by somebody that is a leader. Okay, that's the reason why it's experiencing pin rank advancement. Okay, and let's say that we have a Dan and Tammy that are in my organization, and Ben and Tammy have their own businesses, of course, and I can see that Ben is sponsoring people left and right, and Tammy's right behind him or a little bit ahead of him. Okay, and the thing is that they're neck and neck, and I can look at their businesses and I can say, well, last week, Ben had 10 new pin rank advancements and Tammy's organization had 12. Okay. And I can look at that and I can say, that's a really strong growing organizations. And, I need to keep an eye on that to make sure that everything's going good. And I need to contact them and say, congratulations, you guys, you did great. Always send individual emails, never send group emails thanking leaders. Okay. The only time you send a group email is when you want to have a Zoom call with all your leaders. All right. So with that being said, you want to make sure that when you log in to the back office, you have the ability, the back office should have the ability to show pin rank advancement. And if you have a back office that says overall organizational pin rank advancement, in other words, it's 110 for the month of February, that doesn't do me a whole lot of good because I don't know where those 110 pin ranks came from. Okay. I should be able to look down and see the people that went from, a direct to a supervisor, okay, or to an executive level, okay. And it should have the ability, the back office, to highlight those individuals that are, in fact, going through that pin rank advancement. So you want to make sure that you look at the pin rank advancement. You should have a smile on your face if you have multiple businesses in your organization experiencing pin rank advancement. That's a sign of a good organization that's growing. Okay. It's one thing to have leads coming in. The essence of the business is, the lifeline of the business is new leads, right? But at the same time, once those leads get into your organization, the lifeline for your organization, the future of your organization, the health of your organization is pin rank advancement. Okay. Just because they got in the business doesn't help you a whole lot. What really determines what is going on in this business is pin rank advancement, because pin rank advancement is based on activity, not only volume creation, but using using products from the company yourself, personal volume, group volume is being created, okay, and pin rank advancement, which is kind of a reward in identifying how someone's going up the comp plan. And there's other, in certain comp plans, stipulations about pin rank advancement. In other words, hey, you have to be a direct, and underneath of you, you have to have 2 other directs before you can go to Ruby, okay? Different comp plans have different requirements on that kind of pin rank advancement. But the thing is, regardless, if you have pin rank advancement and there's honest, legitimate ways for the company in the company's comp plan for these individuals to advance in pin rank, then that's a solid promotion. That, hey, the comp plan lays it out cleanly, meaning when they earn that Ruby, they paid the price. They did the right things. They created the volume and they had 2 directs under them that were if they're directs, they're creating a certain amount of volume themselves. So that they're doing 100 PV per month themselves, okay? Because there's a lot of comp plans will say, hey, your business has to create X amount of volume, and you have to have 2 directs in order for you to move to Ruby, okay? And then a lot of times they'll have those stipulations. And why do they do that? Because it promotes growth for the company itself. It increases the health of that company's financial standing. It produces and promotes product movement. Okay. So there's a lot of positives that come out of having these guidelines for pin rank advancement. All right. So the back office is going to show you that pin rank advancement, and you really want a back office that's going to really drill down to the individual level. In other words, you have Cindy that went from a direct and now she's a Ruby. And it happened on Thursday, February 6th. Okay. And you're like, wow, that's cool. And if you want, it is appropriate. You can say, hey, this is Rob. I noticed that you went from direct to Ruby on February 6th. And you don't want to wait until March to go back and look at February 6th. But hopefully you catch it on February 7th, February 8th, and say, Tammy, hey, this is Rob. I just wanted you to know I noticed you went to Ruby. Man, that's a milestone advancement. I'm so proud of you, and keep up the good work. Okay. I'm sorry, I got a phone call. I am so sorry. Anyway, I had to turn it off real quick. Did not expect that. Anyway, the bottom line is pin rank advancement is something that you want to look at as you log into your back office. And obviously the opposite is true. If you don't have a lot of pin rank advancement going on, or you only have one or two businesses that are doing pin rank advancement consistently, then there's a problem in your organization, and you need to address that, okay? And the other side of this is back office will show new members. What is new members? It's showing what? Growth. It's showing healthy growth, okay? Look, you have, if your business is getting a consistent flow of new members on a monthly, weekly, or daily basis, guess what? You have a growing business that is on the verge of being very healthy in the near future, okay? And that is what you want. You want to have the ability to sponsor as many people as quickly as possible yourself, so you can build a large organization of go-getters who will go out and do the same thing. And by your 90th day, hopefully your business is having a weekly windfall of new members. Okay. In other words, instead of your business going from having one new person in your organization once a week, now it's gone up to, in your second month in the business, it's now gone up to one person a day that is coming into your organization. In other words, all the businesses that are in your organization, when they're all combined together, there's one new person coming in each day into your organization. Okay. And that is powerful. And then if you can get it to where you have 3 to 4 to 5 new people coming in to your business each and every day, that is really powerful. And then wow, man, I've got a growing, healthy business. This thing's rocking, okay? And it can happen, folks, believe me. And it all starts from day one. Getting good duplication started using our quick start program, so you make sure everybody gets off on the same step. It gives duplication a chance to take hold, okay? And then it lays the foundation of success so that you can reach these types of numbers by your 90th day, okay? And you want to go out and sponsor as many people as quickly as you possibly can. In other words, 60 people in 90 days, just a number I threw out there, okay, which is realistic. And if you go out there and sponsor 60 people in 90 days, you've created a certain level of momentum and synergy and excitement in your business, and you've created the speed and urgency that's necessary for your business to catch traction. And it all starts from day one by ensuring that you get the quick start program that we promote and as part of our business building system off to the right step for each and every person. In other words, all 60 people that you sponsor. You show them, each and every one of those 60 people, this is how the business works. Here's how you get your first check. Here's how you ensure good duplication takes place. Duplication is the key to success in this business. And here's how you do it, blah, 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 blah. And on down the line, use the 5 simple steps business building system. Guys, if you do that, you're good to go. And you know what? By your 90th day, you look back and you say, oh my gosh, I log in my back office and I see that I have 3 new members a day coming into my business. This is phenomenal, guys. When it happens that way, you should be excited. If there's anything at all that you should be excited about when you go into your back office, yes, I know pin rank advancement is awesome. I know that volume creation is awesome, but new members coming into your business is the one thing that will show the healthiness of your business. And you say, why, Rob? Because it shows that you have motivated, excited people that are pursuing their dreams in this business. Okay. And that is a sign of a healthy business. When people are excited and motivated, and that excitement and motivation results in them taking action. In other words, going out and meeting people, sponsoring people, training those people. When that is happening, guys, guess what? You have a healthy business. This is one thing right here that you need to celebrate, that you need to focus in on. And you want to get it up to where you have one new person, two new people coming in a day. And it all starts with you doing the same thing, getting off on good duplication, getting your first check, teaching your people, new people, how to get their first check, making sure that good duplication takes place from day one by taking the proper steps and the 5 simple steps business building system, and then run it with it and sponsoring 60 people in 90 days. Okay. And I don't want you to think that 60 people in 90 days is the gold standard here. It's not. Some people, if you want, you can sponsor 100 people in 90 days. You can sponsor 100 people in 120 days. Okay. You can sponsor 65 people in 90 days. It's up to you. Okay. It has no, there's each and every company with their comp plan and other variables has their own magical number. And really, to be honest with you guys, you kind of have to look at the comp plan. You have to say, okay, if I did, look, the one thing I do know, if I get 100 people doing 100 PV, that's 10,000 group volume. 10,000 group volume puts me at the doorstep of going from a transitional business into a full-time, big-time business. I know that if I create the 10,000 group volume, that it's a great stepping stone, a great measuring stick, not only for the comp plan, but for me and for the business building system in the company. In other words, it's showing that all the synergistic and all the variables are coming together, and there's a good thing going on here, and I can go full time because I was able to create this 10,000 group volume. Okay. So the bottom line is, guys, I know that when I go out there to join a new company, one of the last barometers I'm going to look at as I complete my 90-day mini blast is how many new members are coming into my business on a regular daily basis. So, and it all starts from day one. That duplication, the good duplication, helping those people get their first check. And as you know, the first check solidifies what you've been telling them. This is the business building system we use. Here's what we do. Here's what we're trying to accomplish. And if you use this system, the 5 simple steps, you're going to be able to get the same thing. Now, this is a number right here. I mean, this is a subject that we highlighted yesterday. And here it is. Remember, your goal is to create 10,000 group volume in 90 days or less. Use the threshold profitability to do this, which means 100 people doing 100 PV per month, PV meaning personal volume. You say, why are you bringing that up today when you talked about it yesterday? Because, guys, when you go into your back office, you got to realize there has to be a standard that everybody's going to shoot for. There has to be a standard into which all success can be judged by. And the 10,000 group volume, the 100 people doing 100 PV each, if you teach each and every one of the 60 people you personally sponsor, if a third of those people do that, in other words, 18 of those 60 people will follow this mantra right here. In other words, go after creating that 10,000 group volume by your 90th day. Guys, can you imagine the volume that your business is experiencing? Think about it. In 90 to 180 days, you could have 18 people that are creating between 10,000 group volume on a regular basis per month, up to 30, 40,000 group volume. Some of them are going to do 7,000 group volume until they get up to 10. In other words, think about it. If you had 18 people that were doing different levels, you could have, think about it, 1 or 2 people create 20,000. If each one of those are doing 10 apiece, you are doing 10. So there's 30,000. And then you have a mixture of some people doing 7,000, 8,000, 5,000, 3,000. Guess what? Next thing you know, you got an additional 20 to 30,000 PV. So altogether, you have 60,000 PV just because of this right here. Teaching people to do what? Get 100 people to do 100 PV, okay, in 90 days or less. So you have all this synergy coming on, all these variables, and guess what? Your back office is going to tell you who's on track to accomplish this right here, the 10,000 group volume, who's doing the most pin rank, who's doing the most volume creation, who's signing up the most new people, and it gives you a snapshot of the overall health of your own personal business. Guys, you got to monitor This is podcast number 148. Is monitoring your own back office. Monitoring your own back office. Guys, you got to do it. You have to learn how to monitor their back office. As I just showed you, and I gave you short little quick snapshots of different areas that you want to focus on when you log into your back office, but they will give you a snapshot of the health of your business. It'll give you a snapshot of the problem areas in your business and the things you need to focus in on, the things you need to get better at. But it's also going to help you to celebrate the things that are good about your business and what direction it's going in. And it'll let you know that your business is on the verge of hitting that magical moment where it starts to operate on its own, whether you're around or not. Okay. And the back office will tell you so many things. Okay. And you've got to know what to look for, and you got to know what to read and what it's telling you. And then take that information, write it down, and go with it and make it better, make it more efficient, make it more effective, more profitable. Okay. And how do you do that? Just by working with people. And if you focus on being human first and put the business second and the results second, then guess what? You're going to be a leader that's going to be hard to catch. You're going to be a leader that people want to work with. You're going to be a leader that people are going to brag about working with. And the word's going to get out, and more and more people are going to work with you. Well, I want to work with Rob. I heard that he's really great all around. He cares about people. He knows how to build this business. He works with you. He supports you. He helps you in the moment of crisis. That is somebody that I need to work with. Okay. Well, that's the kind of reputation you want to have. And if you put people first and you reach out to help them in their hour of need, you'll be amazed at the results you'll get. You will be amazed at the dedication those people will have to you. You'll be amazed at the friendships that you can create. You'll be amazed at the business that you can create. You'll be amazed at the results and ultimately the life that you can live if you'll do those things. All right, guys. Well, that was a lot. And it took a little bit longer than I anticipated, but as always, a good subject matter does take a while to cover, right? And we covered a really great subject matter today, and it's one that's not talked about very often, one that I'm glad that you joined us so that you can learn about it, right? Okay, guys, as I said, you can find the replay here. You can also just go to the website and click up there, podcast replay. It'll take you right to it. You got today, the same ebook is available today that was available yesterday, MLM, It's a Numbers Game. Man, there's some important numbers, and we talked about some today. There's some important numbers that you need to know how this business works and understand that business numbers either work for you or against you. You want them working with you. Learn how to make those numbers work with you, not against you, by downloading that free ebook. There is no sales emails that will come your way. I don't like those things myself. And on top of that, guys, I'm the one that has to write the emails in this system, and I don't like doing that. I'm telling you, that is a pain in the butt. I may do it, but if I send you an email, it will be, hey, here's another free ebook that you might be interested in. That's important. Go here to get it. That'll be it. Okay. All right. With that being said, as I said, guys, tomorrow we're going to have another great subject. As always, if you will, join us 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow's subject, motivating your successful people. Motivating your successful people. That's what you want. And we'll be more than glad to talk about how to motivate and work with your successful people. It's a delicate balance. We'll talk about that tomorrow. I want to wish you all the absolute best. Please join us, if you will. Go to our website. Share our website with our fellow network marketers. Also, if you're going to go out there and promote our website, always remember you can share our podcast and our platforms with our fellow network marketers by just simply saying, hey, use hashtag DMLM Solution to find these guys. They have great content. We depend on a team effort to get the word out to the world about what we're doing here, what we bring to the table. And once again, you're privy to all this really wonderful information. Allow them to have access to it as well. And if you like what you hear and you can see and understand how this is going to help you or someone else, please give us a thumbs up. That immediate feedback lets us know that we're hitting the nail on the head, and we're grateful for it. And we want to say thank you in advance. Also, if you will, please share, like, and comment on our various social media platforms. As you know, the algorithm rewards that kind of activity. And once again, we got to work with you in order to continue to get this message out to our fellow network marketers. And that can happen by doing that, by liking, sharing, and commenting on our various social media platforms. And if you go to our YouTube channel, please subscribe. And also our Facebook page, please subscribe. And our YouTube channel, hit that little bell twice. That way you get notified when we go live or when we upload new content. All right, guys, thank you so much for everything. God bless. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow, 11 a.m. I'm so grateful that you guys stuck with me today. We shall see you tomorrow with another great subject, another great episode of the MLM Solution. Take care.
Thank you for listening to the MLM Solution Podcast. For more info, visit our website, themlmsolution.net. Please follow us on the following platforms: Facebook, YouTube, etc. And share this podcast with our fellow network marketers around the world by hitting the share button on our various platforms.